Who from Survivor 41 should come back? My favorite winner of all time? Which unfair twist do I hate the most? And which Survivor 42 buff is the best? Don't worry, we're going to be discussing all of that and much more in today's video. If you are new to the channel, over the past couple of weeks, I've been asking all of you to give me your Survivor related questions. We have a ton of questions to get through, whether it be from our YouTube community or our Discord server. Actually, with that said, if you want to chat with me more or other Survivor fans, you should definitely join our Discord server. I'll leave in the top link in the description. You're probably a little confused seeing my face here in another video, so I'm going to give you a rundown what the schedule is going to be like going into this next season. Every Sunday, we're going to have a chill video like this, maybe doing a Survivor winner ranking, Q&As, something that you and me can talk together. Every Tuesday, we're going to have a highly edited top 10 style video. Every Thursday, we're going to be breaking down the new episode of Survivor 42, and every Friday, a little YouTube short, because why not? Let's get started right away with our first question from the Kit Kat Kid, who asked, who's your favorite Survivor winner? Mine is Mike, because he had the whole world against him and overcame it all with the season. Mike's a good pick. I like how competitive he was in those challenges, but I gotta say the GOAT of Survivor, Tony Vlachos. In Cagayan, he didn't play the best game. It was very lucky, but I gotta say in Winners at War, that is the best winning game of all time. Blue Guy wants to know, have you ever seen Big Brother? I have never seen Big Brother, but I have a Big Brother video coming out soon where I'm collabing with a Big Brother YouTuber. Our next question comes from Anne, who asks, what's your unpopular Survivor opinion? I'm gonna see some hate in the comments, but I gotta say Edge of Extinction is a top tier season. DWCD_5, what a name. If Erica doesn't smash the hourglass, does she still win? A lot of people actually have debated this, whether or not she was in trouble or not going into that merge episode. And I'm gonna say if she didn't smash the hourglass, she would have still been safe. Next up, Leo asks, when you were watching Survivor Palau, were you cheering for Steph or Jen? I gotta say Steph. At that time, she was one of the most popular Survivor players of all time. But to be fair, I did not watch that season live. I went back and watched it later. Next up, Carlos. Carlos wants to know, do you apply for Survivor? And that answer is obviously yes. I've applied 3 separate times. I'm gonna apply every single year. Maybe one day I'll make it on. Probably not. And let me know in the comments down below if in a future video you want me to react to my Survivor application. Electric Enzo wants to know, other than Survivor, what's your favorite show? Well, the only obvious answer for this is American Ninja Warrior. I love it. Everyone please go subscribe to Electric Enzo right now. If you are a fan of American Ninja Warrior, this guy killed it last season. Josiah Bartha wants to know, what's your opinion on Australian Survivor? I've never seen International Survivor, but I'm gonna watch it soon. And I have a video coming out where we're going to be discussing a little bit of it. Amuga G wants to know, do you accept Coach Wade as your Lord and Savior? 100%. Ceridian wants to know, who's your favorite player of all time? So many different options you can give here. Right now today, I'm going to say Malcolm Freeberg. Void Vice wants to know, what challenge that was only used once would you like to see return? Only ever used once. It's never going to happen for obvious reasons with the Survivor Palau Final Immunity Challenge, Tom versus Ian. Let's bring that challenge back. Logan Dahl wants to know, should Shot in the Dark be a constant twist? I think this season's really going to be the decision maker if Shot in the Dark is something that's worth keeping, but I think it has so much potential, especially if you have no power left in the game. It doesn't give you good odds, as we can see Sydney and Zach, it's failed for both of them, but I think it has enough there that we might as well keep it. Variety 15 wants to know, who are you thinking of rooting for in Survivor 42? My easy answer is Jonathan, but I don't think he can win. But on the other hand, my winner pick is going to be Lindsay. They're on the same tribe, so maybe they can work together. Crocodilian Astronautics, that's a crazy name. How do you think you would do if you ever went on Survivor? Obviously, I'd either be the first boot or I'd win the season. There's no in between. Munter E wants to know, what changes, if any, could Survivor make in order to have a 26-day season feel as competitive as a 39-day season? Well, I think that's the whole point of making it the hardest season in Survivor history. It's still the same number of episodes, and we still see the episodes broken down to the same way. It's just the players need to be moving at a faster pace, and they don't have these same connections formed because they haven't hung out for as long. I could see Survivor sticking with this 26-day season in order to save a little bit of money. Mercy wants to know, if you could have an alliance with 3 Survivor players, who would it be and why? This is so tricky because the Survivor players I want to play a game with are probably the same ones you shouldn't make an alliance with because they're not trustworthy. Let's go with Ethan Zahn for 1. He's a trustworthy guy. He's going to play an old school game. Let's go with Russell Hantz for number 2 if he ever plays again, because he never betrays his alliance. And let's just go with number 3 with Sari, just because I want to play Survivor with Sari. Sorry if I can't pronounce your name, Mary Kate. Any seasons that you didn't originally like first but enjoyed on a rewatch? Mine was Fiji. Mine's not Fiji. Survivor Fiji is the worst season of all time. I'm going to go with Survivor San Juan del Sur. On a first watch during that season live, I thought it was a really bad season. It's PJ wants to know if you could replace one person on one season and play in their position, who and what season would you pick? Ooh, that's a fun little hypothetical here. I'm gonna go with, let's go Xander from Survivor 41, because I feel like we would be close to the same archetype, and that's the first season I applied for. Elizabeth Cook wants to know if you got to play Survivor, what would you want the theme of the season to be? Survivor YouTubers versus Survivor players. All your favorite content creators come together against the Survivor favorites from seasons past. CBS, Jeff, make that happen. Chewbacca Pikachu, the gamer, wants to know what is your favorite season based on theme alone? Not the players, not the advantages or lack thereof, just purely the theme alone. This is so tricky because it's also my favorite season of all time, but I think the theme around Survivor's second chance is just so good. Firstly, the fans got to choose who came back, but also I felt like every single player out there wanted to redeem themselves and have a real second chance. Sea-Dog wants to know which unfair twist do you hate the most? I gotta say the hourglass twist. I feel like we're beating a dead horse with this one. I don't really need to explain why. I just think if you win something, you shouldn't lose it and have it taken away from you. The Dizzlehawk wants to know what is the best individual immunity challenge in your opinion? I feel like any of those long endurance challenges that Jeff Probst and Survivor's kind of leaning away from are my favorites. There's too many to choose from, but just on the top of my head, let's do the one where you have those hands behind your head and you gotta last there as long as you can. And just like that, we're moving on to our Discord questions, but before we get there, I just want to remind you guys that you should enter our Survivor buff giveaway. I have 9 Survivor buffs here ready to go. In fact, I'm going to continue on that first round of our Survivor buff giveaway right here in this video. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber to the channel and comment down below what tribe is your favorite in Survivor 42, and I'll enter you in for that first round of the giveaway. I'll randomly be selecting a winner, so more comments equals more chances to win, and I'll announce our first winner during our episode 2 breakdown, so make sure you watch that video on Thursday to see if you won. Anyway, now to our Discord questions. The first one is, what is your favorite season that you watched live? I'm gonna say Survivor Heroes vs Villains. I was so excited when that season came out. I was a fresh new super fan at the time. I've rewatched that season too many times to count. Next up from Elon. Elon Musk wants to know, the premiere shifted your opinion on which castaway the most. I was low on Jenny Kim going into the season, but after how she handled everything, the puzzles, the triangles, I'm really high up on Jenny Kim. Daily Dose of Stan Twitter wants to know, what are your thoughts on the Survivor 42 premiere? There's some things I didn't like about it, obviously with the whole Jackson leaving thing, but if you take that out of it, I think this is a really strong premiere, a really strong cast, and with the Survivor amulets going to be coming into effect later in the season, I think we have a lot to look forward to. Underdog MLB wants to know, if you could get on Survivor, what would your day one strategy be? I think day one, I'm going to play a lot like Tony Vlachos from Winners at War. Just do what I can to help out around camp, play it cool, not do too much to cause chaos, make it to the merge, and boom, I'm going to snap. Elon wants to know, what pre-merge boot would you like to see play again? I think Chelsea Walker from Survivor Island of the Idols didn't get a fair shot. She was a Survivor super fan, applied for so many years. Next up, Calisale wants to know, what would you do if Daily Dose tried to cancel you? I dare you, try to cancel me. And just like that, we got through everything. If you left a comment, thank you so much. And remember, we're doing a round of the Survivor buff giveaway, so if you want to enter, subscribe to the channel and comment down below who your favorite tribe is. And click right here for the ruthless rise and fall of Aussie.